Well, it's time to introduce this week's remarkable woman. Throughout this month, we will be introducing you to women that are making East Texas a better place. This is the 4th year for the project here on KTK News. And our Corinne Benandy sat down with Ann Mitchell and learned how she used a terrible situation for good.
Ann Mitchell is nothing short of remarkable. The youngest of 5, Ann was raised by her mother alone, where she learned much about strength and faith.
In spite of having a single mom, she was a very wonderful, strong Christian woman, and I'm so thankful to have been raised by her.
Her mother taught her to stand up for herself, be independent, and have conservative values, qualities Ann has carried with her in marriage.
I got married to my husband, John, and he was working on his master's degree at George Washington University.
And her career.
I got a job for working for my congressman, Tom Abernathy, and I was blessed to have that opportunity.
Until John went into the Navy and the two lovebirds moved around the country until they were in the Aloha State.
We ended up being in Hawaii for about 3 years.
Where their first business venture began.
Our first business was John and Ann's Ice Cream. And John probably gives me more credit than I deserve because it probably really was his idea, but I'm probably the one that did all the work.
Together, the couple sold ice cream on the military base.
So we would run our little Cushman around with the little music box, and of course the kids would just run after that to get ice cream.
When their first daughter was born, they were ready to come back to the continental U.S., and they ended up right here in East Texas.
We just really kind of fell in love with Tyler. It was beautiful.
Where her next venture began, Little Things by Ann.
And I began to design different infant novelty products.
She sold pamper bags, buntings, and much more to children's stores in East Texas and beyond to help fellow mothers.
I was doing all of the sewing. I'd go and buy a yard of fabric. Within it, I started buying a bolt of fabric, and then it started growing and growing.
And growing into a business known nationwide.
It was a great venture for me. I enjoyed having that opportunity to be creative, and it was kind of like a service to all the mothers, you know, to find something that was usable and not too expensive.
As a mom of 3 herself, Ann was on the board of several East Texas PTAs for over 15 years.
I enjoyed that work, and it also gave me an opportunity to not only be just at the local school, but also be a part of all of TISD. It was a service, but it also was a great, gratifying thing to me to know that we were actually making a difference for all the children.
A devoted mom, a determined businesswoman, but nothing compares to her role as a committed wife. No venture was bigger than the one faced in 1990 during a trip back to Hawaii.
The phone rang, and it wasn't John. It was the operator at the desk at the hotel, and she said, "You've gotten a call from Queens Hospital, and you need to get over there immediately. Your husband's been involved in a serious accident."
While teaching their sons to surf, John was crushed down to the ocean floor by a wave.
Neurosurgeon came and got me and told me that John had broken his neck and crushed his spinal cord.
Words that would change their entire life. John spent days in the ICU, underwent surgeries, and started a very long extended stay in Honolulu.
We went over there, it was Thanksgiving, and we came home in January.
Where the hardships continued, Ann went back and forth from the VA in Houston for 7 months to care for her husband, becoming his primary caregiver while balancing her job and her children.
It was very trying, but things fell into place. A lot of people helped us get our house modified so John could get in the door and get in the bathroom and just do what we had to do. And it's just a miracle how things really worked out.
Instead of letting this tragedy bring her down, she and her family learned a life lesson.
All the things that used to be so important to me aren't so important anymore. And I thought, you know, that's life. You learn a lot when you go through hard things of what's really important.
Using their experience to now help others in the disabled community.
We started this Wheelers and Walkers group that is still alive and going today. We've had the wheelchair games, and we're going bowling, and there's so many things that we are able to do because we live in that world too.
This nonprofit program to allow everyone, despite their disabilities, be included.
Because the need exists, and these are real people. The need exists, so, you know, I think I probably decided that if I didn't really commit to helping do it, it wasn't going to happen.
Knowing that inspired their new business, Wheelchair Accessible Vans, which allows Texans with accessibility problems to rent wheelchair-accessible vehicles to get to and from.
So many people have just thanked us for making it possible for them to take their grandmother to church or to go to Walmart or whatever it is they want to do just to get out of the house.
Through all of the hardships, Ann and her family have embraced the journey.
It's not just in spite of what happened, but maybe because of it, that life has been so much more meaningful.
And hope to use it to continue helping others. Corinne Benandy, KETK News.
Stay tuned as we spotlight the last remarkable woman making a difference here in East Texas next week on KETK News at 4.